Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and I am doing a reading for Leo in this video. And in this series I've been using the Goliath Tarot deck and also the Black Tarot, yes, by Arthur Wang. And also this is an oracle deck called the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. And that is by Catherine Maillard. And at the end of the reading, I will draw a card and to see if maybe that can help us work with the shadow even further. So where is my Palo Santo? Over here. So if for any reason, Leo, this reading is not resonating for you, I ask you to try your rising sign or your moon sign and try the reading for those signs. You can also try your sidereal sign and also Pluto. I know Pluto right now is in Capricorn. Pluto is a planet of like destruction, but also getting rid of things that are not serving us. And while we don't want to get rid of the shadow, what we do want to get rid of is those pent up emotions that have created the shadow. So over here off camera, I have a hot coal going, and my little popish comet over here. This is one of my sacred items, so I'm not quite sure how I feel about putting that on camera, so I kind of have it over to the side. Actually, I want to put this over here. I think it works better for me that way. Okay, Leo, so let us get started. This might just be the last reading of the day. I had so much I wanted to accomplish this in these last couple of days. My husband has been out of town with my younger son at a hockey tournament out in Chicago, and they did very well, by the way. A Texas team swept all of the Chicago teams, and we won the tournament, and so they're coming back as champions. I know my son's going to be disappointed in the weather here. I think it was 46 up in Chicago, and here it's like 70, 75, maybe even close to 80 today. But I love this hotter weather. I would have been absolutely miserable in Chicago. So let me split this deck. I'm going to do 4. And one more shuffle and we can get going, Leo. All right. Shadow reading for Leo. What do we have for you? 3 of Pentacles. The subtitle for this is the 3 Wise Masters. Then we have the Emperor, the ruling father. And then we have the 4 of Swords, the sacred space. Cool. Okay, so we've got earth energy here. This is a major arcana card, number 4. And then we have the 4 of Swords here, air energy. The major arcana card, this card is about structure, control. Not control in the bad way, in a bad sense, but more of keeping people kind of in line, giving them sort of morals, like a moral code to follow, so that the goals of society can be reached. This is kind of like a builder's card, a card of just getting getting everything just structured and nicely put into workable and usable, what's the word I'm searching for here? Sometimes I'm at a loss for words, and it's kind of frustrating for me because I'm stumbling. Like, I have this feeling in my head, but I have a hard time getting those feelings turning them into the air that needs to come out. But this is a masculine energy, and it's almost like creation, but more creation in a way that that's useful for society as a whole, that's useful for our life here on earth in the 3D manner, a structured type feeling. We don't want people just doing whatever they want, because, they would take your car, they would take your house. So there's got to be some rules and some guidelines, and that's what this card is about here. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles, and this subtitle of the card is called the Three Wise Masters. And the Three of Pentacles is about people coming together to create a common goal. So this is to come together to create their goal. It's about working. It's about energies coming together to create different types of energies too, different resources coming together to create, to build. And these two work well with one another. This is very much earth energy, physical energy, and so is the Emperor. They work hand in hand. The Emperor needs these resources so that he can build. He needs these working people of this suit of the pentacles, so that they can craft and create and build. And then over here we have the Four of Swords, which is about rest, meditation. This is subtitled The Sacred Space. And I'm not too sure if this bunny feels all that comfortable. He doesn't look comfortable to me. So I don't know. I can't speak for the bunny, but that's what this card's about. It's about rest. Even maybe going inside and organizing your thoughts, getting your thoughts set and in order. And this is a 4 card as well, though it is in reverse. We're gonna use the Black Tarot to see why exactly it is in reverse, and see if we can shed some light on that. Now remember, this is a shadow reading, and so far this doesn't look very shadowy. So we're gonna figure that out. Let's see. I know I did a series of shadow readings, and then afterwards I did some readings after, and I said, okay, so now that we're gonna leave that heavy energy of the shadow, and we're going to do some just regular readings. And then like the next 2 or 3 readings that came after that were some heavy shadow readings. So sometimes the cards just come out and say what they want to say. Okay, let me just do a split. Yes, okay, Leo. And then one more shuffle. I like to shuffle after the split. All right. So, 3 of Pentacles for our Leo card, our fire, our lion. My oldest son is a Leo. Ooh, the Empress. So that's really good. This is a major arcana card. And she also is dealing with creation. She is she's a nurturer. She creates things and she takes care of them. She nurtures them and guides them. This is like the great mother. Let's see what else we got for you, Leo. Ooh, death. Okay, another major arcana card. Okay, so death is about change, okay? Every ending, there is a beginning. When things die, the parts basically are recycled and used again. Like, when a tree dies, all of its little atoms and parts are broken up, and it nourishes the soil, and the soil makes, it nourishes the soil, and the soil's it allows the soil to nourish the next plants that come up, and the same when animal dies as well. When something like a relationship ends, it makes room for a new relationship. You learn something, it makes you a better person, a better lover, and you could bring that information, that learning experience, into your new relationship, so that you don't make the same mistakes, or you can try to do better. So the Death card is not always a bad card. It is a Scorpio card. So, okay, let's see what else we have for you, Leo. Oh, another major arcana card. Okay, now the star. Now this star is in reverse, and the star card is about like guidance, right? It's a hope, it's a dream that we have, but it guides us. It's something we set forth in the future, in a way, and then we use that guidance of that star to navigate us through the present, so that we can attain that which we have set for ourselves in the future. Now, with it being in reverse, perhaps you haven't really, either you're off course, or maybe you haven't set that goal yet. Oh, you hear that? I hope you can hear that. I can't quite see what bird that is. I don't have my glasses on. I can't tell by the song, but I feel like that's a cardinal, a mama cardinal, maybe. Okay. Where am I? The star card. Okay, so now these three archetypes together, underneath this Three of Pentacles. So this project maybe that you're working on, you're putting a lot of creative energy into it, and I feel like it's making some changes. There's some changes that are happening with this Death card. Is it coming to an end? Do you need to maybe reevaluate your goal, or are you not in line with your goal? Perhaps are you changing the original plan? Is it, or let's see what the Emperor has to say, because he's our planner, right? He is our the guy who is, who wants to institute the control, who wants to institute the plan, so that everything can be in working order. And so he's the guide of these guys here. So let's see what the Emperor has to say. Three of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Two of Pentacles. Okay, okay, so our Emperor, this guy who is in control, perhaps his mind is not quite where we want it to be. We have, okay, so what kind of worries me here is that we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now the Queen is Pentacle. She is Earth of Water, or is it Water of Earth? I don't know the best way to say that, but she is a mixture of water and earth. All the queens are water, and then her suit is Pentacles, so she works within that realm, but her essence is water. So when I see her in reverse, I'm feeling like that, and then we have this card here, which is like the bringing up of maybe some trauma, some heartbreak that you're just letting ruminate in your head, and perhaps this is causing you to make some decisions in relation to your physical earthly life that are not good. Okay, this is a card of choices. This one here, this two. Two is a one and a two coming together, and the idea is that they come together to make a three. So it's like you're trying to bring no, what you are doing is bringing maybe some heartache, or you're bringing something into the physical world, and I don't think it's a very good thing. And perhaps that's why you've gotten lost here with the star. Let's get a read on this Four of Bunnies. Excuse me, the Four of Swords. You know, I call my kids and my husband bunnies. I used to call them like honey buns or something like that, and then it got shortened to bunnies, and so now I call them bunnies. Like, hey, bunny. Bye, bunny. I love you, bunny. Okay. So we've got the Strength card. Wow, Leo, that is your card. Card number 8. So this is another major arcana card. So we've got 4 major arcana here for you, Leo. The Strength card is that inner strength, that that inner sort of self-assurance that you have, that solid self-knowing, self-understanding, that self-confidence that you have, that resides deep within your soul. And then, you know, when I think of the Strength card, I don't think of a ruler who like rules with an iron fist. You know, I think of that mother who is glaring at their children, you know, under their furrowed brow, that they need to settle down, and she doesn't even have to get up from her chair. She can just send that gaze over there, and the kids know what's up. And so that's what I feel is what this card is about. It's that inner strength that that you have control of the situation. You have control of yourself. So let's see what else we have. Then we have the 6 of Cups and water. And then we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is a bit contradictory here. The 8 of Swords is a card of kind of like a mental personal prison, that you make monsters in your head that aren't really there. You toss and turn ideas into your head, and then all of it, they just start turning into something that wasn't even what it was really about. You know, it's kind of like that. The thought that you feed your mind, your thoughts are colored by your experiences, right? And so perhaps somebody looked at you weird, and then you have this idea that, oh God, she does not like my haircut. Oh my God, so my haircut's bad. Now she thinks I'm a big old dork. And then, oh my gosh, she hates me. I can't even talk to her. I can't face her because she thinks I'm a dork. But really, I mean, maybe she just kind of had like a gas bubble move through her stomach or something like that. You know, it wasn't about you. It was that you perceived it to be that way, and then you turned it into that monster in your own head. So what I picked up here is that this 8 is in reverse, and then this 4 is in reverse. So it's almost like the way that you're thinking is not it's not solid. It's not a good foundational way of thought. So like when we leave the 4s and go to the 5s, and then the 5s just kind of mess everything up, we get everything back in line with the 6s. You know, we regroup, we replan, we re-strategize, and then the 7 is the work to get it back on track, and then the tenacity, the perseverance to get it going again. And then we come to the 8s, and then our structure is structurally sound again, because we learned from the 4, we learned from the 5, and then we regrouped and worked and got to the 7, and here we are with this great product now. But with both of these reverse, I see that perhaps the thought, the idea, the intellect behind that is not as structurally sound as you would think. Now, with the 3 of Cups, I'm sorry, the 6 of Cups here, let me take a quick drink. With the 6 of Cups here, This is nostalgia. This is looking back. This is fond memories. Um, this is just of thinking of, you know, kind of reliving some good emotions here. Um, and I think with our strength card, you're being called to perhaps to look at this maybe in a different way. Okay. I think maybe all of this planning that you did, it might have been a little bit in vain. Because I feel like this planning here just wasn't, it wasn't well thought out in the correct way. It wasn't a good foundation to build upon. We've got this Three of Swords here, you know, this heartbreak, and so maybe your heart, that's not a good word, maybe your reasoning, that you created this, set this up, put this plan in motion, was not for the right reasons. The Queen of Pentacles, she is an earth suit. She is of earth. She is of this reality, this 3D reality that we are living in, the tangible. But she's also of water, so she's also of emotion. So I'm feeling like with her being in reverse and having this 3 here, that you were working kind of on a false, you were creating, you were in control, you were doing things on sort of a false sort of pretense, if that makes sense. And then with the Two of Pentacles, I don't necessarily feel like it was the right 1 and 2 to be put together. So actually what I'm seeing here is that the direction that you're following is not quite the right one. It's not this star that we put here that you've been following, this plan that you have put forth is not the right one. And I think you're being maybe guided to change it, to recreate, to reevaluate. This whole thing here to me is just seeming like a reevaluation, recreation here. Death, like I said, isn't a complete final death. It leaves room for rebirth. And then that's what this Empress is here for. You know, she's here for creation. She's here for nurturing this back into reality, bringing it back into reality. And you've got these 3 worker bees here, these 3 wise masters, these 3 of Pentacles that can bring that forth back into reality. So that's what I have for you, Leo. That's what I think is going on. And as far as the shadow, what would the shadow be for this? Let's see. So with this bunny being in reverse, I just can't get over this bunny. It seems like he's glowing too. So this 3 of Swords being in reverse, perhaps you might be, no, that's not it. I don't know what this shadow is going to be here for you, Leo. When these two coming up, so perhaps it's this false pretense that this was built on. Why was it false? What were you thinking that it should be, and why did it turn out that it wasn't the right, it wasn't built properly? Why are our 2 structural cards upside down? why are we being guided to start this over? You know, why? And I think maybe that's where the shadow work is going to be, is did you pull the wool over your own eyes, and did you knowingly do this? And if you knowingly did this, you know, why couldn't you see the situation for what it was? And if you didn't knowingly do this, you know, how did you get like hoodwinked? You know, how did this situation take advantage of you? And you know, with this, why are you recreating this heartbreak here? And why can't you just let this go? You know, and what is this heartbreak? So you're going to have to go deep inside and try to figure out what this heartbreak is here. I know this isn't in the same column, but sometimes when I see this, this card here, the Six of Cups, or maybe in reverse, I think of childhood trauma. And if these cards are together, for me, it could be, definitely could be some childhood trauma. You know, there's another card when it shows up with this one, I think of childhood trauma also. But you know, this is that nostalgia. This is that going back, that thinking of memories. So maybe go back to your childhood. Maybe not even that far back, but see what sort of heartbreak happened to you, and why haven't you let it go? Why is it just ruminating in your mind? Why is it taking up space there, and why can't you let it go? Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. We are going to draw an oracle card from the Medicine Woman Oracle. This deck has a slight feminine touch. No, not slight. It's fully feminine. But you know, when dealing with the shadow, it is a lot of emotional stuff. It's emotional stuff that we're hiding from. It's emotional stuff that we've got to deal with, and that's, you know, the feminine's specialty. We're water, we flow, and emotions are water, and they have to be allowed to flow. If they get pent up and not flowing, they fester, they ruminate, and then they start turning over in our mind, and it's not good. Okay, Leo, let's see what card we have for you. So the Moon. Ooh, what a nice card. Lady Moon gives you keys to the mystery, the other feminine power. Look how pretty that is. And now that it's dusk over here, I hope this shows up in the final product. But on my phone right now, this looks really pretty. This orange and then these blues here just are amazing. So I'm going to read what this book has to say. Let's see, is my coal still going? I don't even know. Yes, it's still going. Is that gonna burn? Oop. I'm brave, just sticking my finger in here like that. Okay, I'll see if that's gonna burn. All right, so the Moon is number 34. That's towards the back. Here we go. So Lady Moon gives you the keys to mystery, the other feminine power. I expand, I wax, and I wane. I influence the tides, women's cycle, and births. I am the moon goddess Selene, and I was worshipped long ago. Can you feel how close we are? An ancestral story plays itself out between women and the moon. In ancient traditions, priestesses worshipped Selene, or Hecate, in connection with the creative and fertile power of Lady Moon. Our feminine cycle synchronizing with the cycle of the moon and the tide reminds us of our deeply mysterious connection. Births are governed by the moon. Seemingly softer moonlight lights the worlds of shadow, instincts, and the subconscious. The moon is the seat of women's fertile power. In the night, its gentle and benevolent power opens the door to dreams, another reality. Interesting. So let's see, how can we apply that to this? You know, that happened in the last reading. Like, I kind of had a hard time relating the card. Oh, it's a little dark for that. Relating the card to the actual reading. Because, so Lady Moon gives the keys. So perhaps we're going to use them. Maybe it's kind of guiding you to use the moon's power to figure out what this heartbreak is. And it's probably going to be really deep inside, inside your psyche, what this heartbreak is, what this feeling that just keeps, that helped you build this on the false pretense, that guided you in sort of the incorrect way. So I don't know, Leo. I'm going to have to leave that to you to see if maybe you can figure that out. I hope this helped in some kind of way. I hope it maybe put a spark in your thinking, and maybe it's a little catalyst to keep to start trying to figure out this, and try to figure out why you were misguided. And you know, sometimes you're not going to get the answer all at once. Sometimes it comes in pieces. So so if this even helped a little bit, I'm grateful and thankful for that. So I will see you next reading, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.